I would like to begin my talk about 3 ways to live a more meaningful life by asking a question. Have you ever wondered about your unique genius? What makes you special? What gives your life meaning? I believe that our lifelong search for meaning is at the core of a life well lived. Our genius, our call to character, and our search for meaning are intimately bound. It is important to me that we learn how to access our unique character. My calling to be a psychotherapist has centered around how to hear that calling, how to honor that uniqueness. To me, hearing and embracing our unique genius is how we live a meaningful life. There is nothing more valuable. Hear me? Nothing. However, the intimate bond between our inner genius, our call to character, and finding meaning in this life can be challenging to navigate. Through my life and practice, I have learned there are 3 ways, 3 simple ways, to untangle this bond and journey toward our life of meaning. The first is to recognize our call to character. To do that, we must learn to be quiet. And intentional breathing is a shortcut to that quiet. Breathing is a simple task, but intentional breathing takes a little more work. So, let's try it together. Imagine the kind of quiet that's required to hold a sleeping baby, especially one you just got to sleep, for the young parents out there. Now imagine the next level of quiet required to hear its breathing. From the sense of quiet and stillness, let's take 4 full breaths together. I'll demonstrate with 1 breath. Now, let's join together for 4 full breaths. Eyes closed, if you will. Ready? Okay. Follow my breath. Let's go. Feel that? We are a bit more connected, a bit more together. In this quiet moment, let's take this time to listen to the sense of finding and listening to our inner voice. We all have a secret relationship with our deeper selves, an inner voice that is often lost in the sound and fury of our daily lives. But in these quiet moments, we are able to hear the whisper of that inner voice, persistent in its message. I am still here in your heart. Our heart is home to our calling, and it has its own intelligence. Imagine for a second sitting by the hearth, warming yourself in the glow of the fire. Feel the calm. Ease into your place by the fire. Feels good, right? Comfortable, cozy, and safe. Now imagine that your heart is that hearth, offering warmth and wisdom, waiting for you to come home. Heart and hearth differ but by one letter. In the stillness, we are more easily able to hear the whispers in our heart. By taking these quiet pauses and clearing our minds from the distractions of our lives, we are able to turn inward and listen. Recognizing our call to character is the first step towards living a more meaningful life. As we get better at hearing our call, we can then begin to embrace our unique genius. The work of embracing our call is made easier through a relationship with a mentor, someone who can see you for who you are. It's important to remember that honor our teachers and mentors for this reason. One such man taught me how to both hear and embrace my call to character. He did this by taking the time to listen to me. He saw something in me that I had yet to see in myself, my unique character. In his words, a man of great heart. His name is Dr. James Hillman. Here we are on the banks of the Firehole River in our beloved Yellowstone National Park, entranced by the colorful spillover from Midway Geyser Basin. Hillman was mentored by the Swiss psychiatrist, Dr. Carl Jung. Jung saw in Hillman his uniqueness, his genius, as James saw mine. If I am noticed by a respected person, embracing my own awakening sense of self, my uniqueness has more meaning. Hillman revived an ancient myth from the philosopher Plato that says we each have a unique genius that comes with us as our soul incarnates. He refers to it as an acorn that holds the mighty oak tree of our life within itself. You know that indentation below your nose and above your lip? Yep, right there. Plato suggested that it is the soul's imprint of our genius on our way to birth. Imagine the force pressing upon the spot as a send-off. Remember who you are, little one, and good luck. Embracing our unique nature can take a lifetime. The awareness and effort to align our life with this inner truth is how we make meaning. It was later in Hillman's life that his theory took shape in his book, The Soul's Code. He explains through both his theory and citing personal stories of how character, calling, destiny, and fate shape a meaningful life. A role of a mentor is to validate our unique nature. James invited me through the force of his character to embrace mine. Seek the counsel of an older, trusted friend, a respected community member, or a steadfast counselor. Be honest, vulnerable, and forthcoming. A relationship with a mentor is a second way to live a more meaningful life. We know the enduring call to character is a whisper, a nag, a nudge. And one way to fan the flames of this call is through creative expression and imagination. In developing an intentional practice to feed our creative imagination, we are able to hear our call more clearly and find surprises in ourselves. And our dreams are the key that unlocks our imagination. I introduced the value of dreams in the first session with clients. I have found that within the first 48 hours of introducing the dreams to the client, a fertile time for a dream to appear. It's like our psyche, the Greek word for soul, hears our call to character and offers a dream for guidance. And then, when clients return with a dream image to share, so often they say, "I had the weirdest dream last night." I'm sure some of you have felt this way. But here's the funny thing, that what seems weird is actually the very story we need to respect. To our personality, our waking state brain, the images of our character as seen in our dreams seem strange. But to our inner genius, these images are gifts. It's not so much about interpreting these, quote, weird dreams as it is in honoring the unique images. In so honoring those unique images expressed in our dreams, we are respecting parts of ourselves that feeds our creativity. In developing an intentional practice to feed our creative imagination, we are able to reimagine the place of creativity in our life. Taking time to respect the images hidden in our dreams through journaling emboldens our inner genius. Hidden in the gifts of our dreams are hints and clues guiding us back to the hearth and our heart. Back home to that spot allows us to have an internal roadmap leading us home. Committing to remembering our dreams is the third way to living a more meaningful life. I believe that the fate of the world is in the hands of those who see what is invisible, those who can hear and embrace their calling. When we embrace our unique nature, we enhance the character of the world. If we have the courage to trust our inner calling by being quiet and listening to the wisdom of our hearts, if we have the courage to find a trusted other, a mentor, who can tell us and see us for who we are, and if we can craft a meaningful relationship with ourself, with our dreams, our imagination, and our creativity, then we are an emerging, inspired community leading the way. Remember this, that being spirited and soaring to new heights is intoxicating, but it is only in hearing our call to character, lodged in psyche's deep roots, that we can finally come home to our unique genius and its naturally resilient force, thereby to be at peace with ourselves and the world. Thank you, and pay attention to your dreams for the next 48 hours. All right.